Hey, what's up everyone? Mike Gross here. This is Big and Rich with Save a Horse, Ride a Cowboy. I love this song, man. I'm not the only one. This is a CVT of types. There's no tabs for it. My buddy Dr. Doof is playing this in his band. You're in Detroit, brother, I think. And you wanted the basic feel for the parts. You said you were having trouble with the feel in it, and I know what you're talking about, dude. I'm going to be able to help you with that. Because you got to come in on what's called the ands on the second part, which we'll get to here. So without any further ado, let's do this. You want to tune standard for this, and here's the beginning. So, on the beginning, it is a feel thing. If you don't have the feel quite right, you're going to know. And you're going to play, well, you notice something wasn't jiving there. Open A and D. There's a couple things, man. There's some hammer-ons in this part that you may be unaware of. Open A, open D. And then just bar. I would bar. I suppose you could use two fingers, but I like to bar this. There's a lot of back and forth between two concepts, opens and second frets. So, I'm barring fret 2 on the A and D string, and I'm also picking all that so far. Okay, then, this is how I strum these parts, okay? This is how they're probably doing it as well. Then I'm going to do it again, but I'm going to go down up, because it's quicker. Then, I'm going to do it again, but I'm going to hammer on from the opens to the second fret. And then, I'm going to strum open A and D. Make sure when you do that you don't accidentally go and pull off. It's a timing issue with fret hand and strumming hand sometimes with guitar. That could be throwing the feel off as well. So we're going to be discussing about 3 of those concepts. I think 3 of them. We'll see as we go, right? So that's the first half of the first section. Okay, then the next part, and I'll play it again when I finish it, after I teach this part to you. Do the same exact thing you just did, but drop down a string. So now we're on open D and G, but there is going to be some change involved with hammer-ons and stuff. Let's do it. And then now, you're going to do the open D and G, and hammer to the second fret, and then do that again. And then pick the open D and G. So as far as beat concept, it's the same as what the first part was right here. Follow me? But the techniques involved are different between the first part of that and the second part when you switch the strings, because you want to involve the hammer-ons. And to me, I'm all about the little things. That creates a certain feel. You may have to work at it a little bit, but I guarantee you, if you put the work in, you'll get the right feel. So let's play that part. That's the first part. Okay, now we move into the next part, and I know this was the part you were talking when we were texting last week that you were struggling with. I know this was one of them for sure. And I could see why a lot of people could struggle with this. If you're not feeling this naturally, then he's not coming in on the 1 count. In other words, we got to measure of music 1, 2, 3, 4, which, you know what I mean? Like, but here's the thing: you're going to come in between the counts 1, 2, 3, 4, except nothing between 3 and 4. And those, it's on the eighth notes. That's how you count it. So 1 and 2 and 3 and. That's your count. When I'm pointing, that's what we're going to be hitting. 1 and 2 and 3 and. 1 and 2 and 3 and. So let's break it down. You know the notes, I'm sure already. Open E, 2nd fret A. Let your drummer set that up, but it's an eighth note is quick. So as soon as you're here, there's your count. Don't hit with the kick. Hit on the accent, right, the beat, the eighth note count right after the kick, right? So it's, if I can get my foot up here, I'll mouth the kick drum. So, also you don't have to hit as hard there either. I know after the solo, it really breaks down in palm mutes, which I'll remind you of that in a second. So, open E, 2A, 1 and then open E, 4A, 2 and, 3 and, that'll be open E and 5A. So that's this. Now, if you had this on a graph and you saw the 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and, it would, if you're struggling, that would make sense, I think, visually to see it. Hopefully I gave you good enough visual. And. Follow me? Okay, so here's what you have. When you change, you're just dropping down to the A and the D string, but play the same frets, right? 2, 4, 5, 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, oops. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Right? So that goes through. A lot of times you'll know where the change is, but you have to cut out a bit early. I think it's the 8th time. So let's take it from the 8th time, which would be. So you'll go through the progression, you know, the E and the A string just like before. But when we go to the A and the D, you go and then right back. Don't go to the 5th fret. Just go to this A5 power chord. Open A, 2, D, and go down, up, down, up. Make it staccato. In other words, put a rest after the down, up. Take these fingers lightly, stick them over the strings. Okay? So, let's do the 7th one leading into the 8th one. Then you're back to the beginning. And that's really it. I mean, there's a part like that, but that's not really a feel thing. I think you probably have that. Right? The only other part, and this is something you already know, the accenting on the ands. After the solos go through, everything kind of drops down to this softer, you know, downbeat groove, and you would still do the same accenting on the ands, but palm muted. You know how to palm mute, so you'll be going. Just kidding, you don't do that. But anyways, here I am. Dude, I know you had rehearsal tonight. Did my best. I know you got a show on Saturday, so this at least gives you time to work with it. You'll get this. You'll get this. I'm not even concerned. I know enough from talking to you, you're going to get this. I think the key is, man, our ear a lot of times wants us to go to the downbeat on count 1 when we hit something. Especially if you play by yourself, you don't have drums going on, it's easy to lose track. So, you're in a band, you got your drummer, he's going to be hitting that kick drum, and you're going to be going bum, 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 bum. You got it, brother. You got it. So there you go. Really quick, I want to say, if anyone is interested in CVT lessons or CT lessons, which are video, CVT is video, and tabs. CT is just tabs. Hit me up. It's a paid service I offer, and I also teach on Skype around the world, and I'm loving it. So hit me up, rockinguitarlessons@hotmail.com and Mike@rockinguitarlessons.com. Till next time, keep rocking, guys. Mike Gross, Rocking Guitar Lessons. Let's jam this on the album.